Hello. So yes, this is now hour 29 of 250 Hours of Adventurers Wanted. We are back as ever at Sweet Holyrood. And we're going to jump straight back into things with Alex as our GM. Cool, take it away, Alex.
So we're continuing the adventures of the Spirit of the Horizon. They have arrived in a strange new world, and they are investigating as a scientific research vessel this crazy new world that they have found themselves in. Over the last few days since arriving in the world, they have met many strange new species. They have investigated a number of different islands. They've fought some very strange beasts. Most recently, they made a pact with a council of pirates who have, to various degrees of interest, mentioned that they would do well to go and explore a legendary city, a city called Libertalia, which is a kind of pirate haven. In the attempt to do so, they have gone off sailing. They've headed to a place called Barsang, through which there is a pass. Barsang is an ancient island which has been cursed by a goddess many moons ago, and it's created this very thin, narrow, tall ravine that passes through the centre of this very thin island. The ship has travelled down there. The characters have been attacked by flying beasts from above, and it is now docked beside at a port, at a pier. In front of them are these two massive, wide gates that are barred, like crosses of iron, and the water is flowing through them, but the ship can travel no further. One of the characters jumped off and went for a wander along the dock and went to investigate one of the towers, and the other two have just been tasked by the captain to go off and explore the tower to find out if there is a way forward for the ship from this point onwards. At this moment, I'm going to ask our players just to remind us what their name is, what the character they're playing, and what class that character is.
I am Isla, I am playing Noggin, a gnome rogue.
Hi, I'm Chloe. I'm playing Relora, who is a half-elf bard.
Hello, I'm Vachel. I'm playing Parakas Kholadin, who is a tiefling barbarian.
Thank you. So, Noggin and Relora, you are just at the edge of the doorway. You noticed that the door itself was opened and then, for some reason, removed from its hinges and basically smashed on the ground. Inside the base of the tower, you see a room filled with boxes, wooden crates. One of them's been opened, and inside you see sort of a dull glint in the sunlight that comes from behind through the doorway. It looks like it's full of old weapons, but there's no sign of Hola.
And is this as like Ormon's, as like the whole teleportation thing's happening?
At this moment in time, Ulmorn, who was beside you, is swathed in this kind of twinkly golden light, and he disappears. You assume he's back on the ship, but he is not beside you, and will not be continuing with you on this particular investigation.
It's just you and me.
Let's smash this. She doesn't have anyone beside her who knows how she's feeling, so it's fine.
As he disappears, you hear the sound of combat above you, and
I have my rapier.
You have your rapier drawn.
Ready.
Wonderful. To get up the stairs will take your action. So I assume that both of you are going to head towards the sound of combat.
Yep. 2 stairs at a time.
Stealthily heading towards the sound
That's
of
probably
combat.
a good idea, but that's not what I'm doing.
Well, I'll let her barrel in as a distraction. I'm going stealth.
What's your speed?
25 feet.
Mine's 30, but if
you're at
like
half.
the moment I notice that she's not making any effort, I
probably should be stealthy.
From the
but
sounds
not
of
just now. I'm too excited about the shiny thing.
From the sounds of battle above, it sounds like stealth. Any attempts at stealth are probably too late. You might be able to get up there without becoming the focus of whatever is upstairs' attention, but it knows something's on and there's battle going.
Okay.
So, cool. Holla, you are upstairs. In front of you is this scaly, ugly, cracked visage. On the head are these twisting, turning, coiling serpents. And it appears that like it doesn't really have any legs. Like they've sort of been fused together, and instead it is like the base half of it is more serpentine than you knew. You recently threw an axe at it. It is very angry. What would you like to do?
First, can I ask out of character? Because I'm going to use two out-of-world references. I'm picturing a cross between Ursula from The Little Mermaid with Medusa.
It's pretty much, definitely that.
Okay, back into character.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a monstrosity.
You're seeing an absolute monstrosity.
Okay,
yeah.
fine. The axe, where did it land then?
It spludged into it.
Spludged into it.
That's not a word, but it's a sound. So yeah, it hit.
I got the thingamajig and
and
it
it-
sounds like.
So yeah, that one has gone from your hand, and it is currently like in the side of the snake thing.
Okay.
Snake woman thing.
So with my battle axe ready in hand, I run around. It's a circular room, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I run around the perimeter,
Okay.
mindful to avoid any sort of tentacle-like things that might lunge at me.
Okay.
Keep running on my tippy toes, because that's what I can do. And I go for a side attack where I can just lunge at it and go for the head.
Okay, you are the only thing it can see. So as you move around the room, it watches you. You
it
cannot.
enjoys the show, I'm sure.
You cannot. Yeah, you cannot. You cannot disappear from its view. So it knows you're coming. So you don't gain any bonuses from that.
Fine.
But yeah, you can attack it from the side. If
Again,
you
am I
prefer.
pretty right? It's not in the center of the room. It's on a throne at the edge.
So no. So what happened was it was in the throne at the far end of the room. But then it moved towards you about
fine.
20 foot,
Yeah, okay.
and that's when you shielded your eyes, very luckily, as if by divine inspiration,
Mind.
and then you threw your axe at it.
Okay.
Since then, it actually has moved forwards and attacked you, so it is basically right in front of you.
Right, okay, fine. Well, in that case, so instead of doing the whole perimeter run show thingy, can I just
Sorry.
maybe
Being stealthy.
leap a little? 2 steps northeast. I don't know how to describe this.
What would you like to try and do?
Okay.
What are you trying to achieve?
Well, the idea is I don't want to hit it full frontal
Okay.
because I want to get an angle where only one lip can reach me at a time.
You are
So
not.
rather having both all its tentacles in employ.
It's not tentacles so much as it is like a snake.
Oh, a snake.
It's
A snake.
It's got snaky hair.
Yeah.
It's a Medusa.
Okay.
So, yeah, in order to remove away from it, you would have to disengage, which would either cost your action or it would provoke an attack of opportunity.
No, okay, fine.
You are in combat with it. It has moved up and it is in combat
I
with
don't
you.
want to disengage. I was thinking maybe I could just strafe a little.
It won't achieve what you're hoping it's going
No?
to achieve,
Fine. Then,
unfortunately.
I guess in terms of logistics, I just straight up attack it.
Would you like to rage?
What? Sorry?
Would you like to rage?
You know what? I would.
I thought
would
you
like to-
might.
I'd like to go into a rage, please.
Cool.
And yeah.
The blood raises up in your eyes as you stare at it, and you. What are you gonna do? Hit it.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack
Cool.
that thing. 8.
That does not hit.
Inspiration. I didn't use it last time. I still have it. Or did I?
You
and
did
you got
use
a
it.
2.
Oh,
It
fuck.
was the
Okay, never mind.
13 to
Okay, fine.
15.
Sorry. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Yep, sorry.
My inspiration hasn't really been doing much for folks lately. I'll tell you that.
It's pretty uninspiring.
Okay, well, yeah, that's an 8 then. So what happens?
That's a failure. What happens? How do you fail?
How do I feel?
Mm-hmm.
Spectacular.
You fail spectacularly. Okay. So
In
you.
fact, I feel so spectacularly, I invoke pity in this creature's eyes. And she just watches me and says, "Do you want to start again? Because it's embarrassing for both of us." Do you know what? You walk down the stairs. I'll go back to the throne. And then we'll just pretend this never happened.
What you hope is
Because
that
the
these
poets
thoughts
of the future who tell the story will think this is a weird turn of events.
Yeah. These thoughts all go through your head as the axe passes clear past the top of the woman, and she sort of moves serpentine out of the way. As I think what happened is she saw you go into a rage, and thought and just anticipated your move. She knew she knew you were going to go for the head, and so she just and watched the just sail completely over the top of it.
Understandable. Okay.
That is the end of your turn, unless you would like to move in any way.
Behind her?
She will get an attack of opportunity against you if you move behind her.
No.
Okay, stay where you are.
Do you know, instead of movement, could I drink a potion?
Yes.
Oh, then yeah, I do that.
Yeah. That would
could be fun.
That would be a bonus action, so you could definitely do that.
Oh my god. So I apparently have a great potion of healing. How much HP does that
4d4 plus 4.
Okay. 4, 5, 8, 10, 14. Great.
Helpful. At which point it is her turn to attack. Which she does.
While she's doing that, Relora grabs her jumper.
She screeches at you again in this kind of babbling, incomprehensible, like wild noise, and as she leans forward, the snakes that are twined in her hair, they all kind of grow out at you. And 11 to hit.
Oh, no, doesn't hit.
Cool. So they snap into the wild air and withdraw, and they're all hissing. And then she swings at you with her short sword for 14.
Misses.
Which also plunges wildly out of there. That is the end of her turn. She is going to stay exactly where she is. That brings us up to what was Noggin goes first.
Before me.
Noggin goes first.
Okay.
So Noggin, you make it up to the top of the stairs, and you see about 20 foot in front, 25 foot from, basically in the centre of the tower. You see Hola and this crazy snake woman monster engaged in a pitched battle of like limbs and weapons. No one seems to be gaining the upper hand at this point. Yeah, that's what you see. What would you like to do?
Okay, so is there a door in the doorway, or is it just a...
So there was no door. Basically, the steps came up and were just flush with the floor. So as you come up the steps, you see the floor in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, as you're popping up the steps, you're halfling.
I'm a gnome.
You're a gnome.
God,
So
they all
you-
look alike to you.
Small.
You make it to almost like the penultimate step before you see what's happening.
Okay.
And that's when you see what's going on in the middle of the room. There's no doorway. You know, if you wanted to hide,
Yeah.
then you could stay sort of hidden
Just
below
by
the
the
level of the
steps.
parapet
Yeah,
by
yeah.
the steps, where you'd be about 20 to 25 feet away from the action.
Okay.
Currently, Hola is between you and the monster.
So I don't have a clear with a crossbow, for instance.
I'll allow it.
Hey, off we go. So do I have to roll a stealth or?
roll a
attack.
stealth check at advantage because it's pretty engaged with what's in front of it.
Oh, I'm glad I had advantage. That's 15.
Yeah, it doesn't spot you. It's not aware of you. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Oh, attack roll first. That is a 12.
Just a 12.
Yeah.
Misses, unfortunately.
Oh.
It swings. It fires out from the bolt of your crossbow, but because of the nature of the heavy battle that's going on between Holla and it, they're moving around each other, and it just flies between the two of them. And I assume you're going to stay hidden.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay prepared for my next one. Reload my crossbow.
Aurora, what would you like to do?
Right, I'm going into the space following Noggin. I see this thing. Looks pretty strange. Who is it looking at? I don't have to make any kind of saving. It's not looking at me.
It's not.
Do I know? It doesn't look like anything from my plane of existence, does it?
Roll a history check.
Well, that would be 5.
You've heard of these things, but you read about them in books that you thought were
Like just kids, like made up.
not fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are like really super surprised to see something like this. It's not something that you would have come across with any degree of regularity at all.
Yeah, if I knew stuff, I'd be more sensible and more tactical. Actually, the scaliness of her, just to check, does it look like just general scales, or do they look like hard, strong scales?
It looks like it's relatively tough. It looks sort of like it has a degree of natural armor to it, but it
Okay.
doesn't it looks no stronger than any other snake skin specifically.
Okay. Actually, Relora's going to kind of dash in, not like using a dash action, but just coming in, trying to position herself so that she is closer to that thing than Noggin or Collar, and tries. I think this is one you can do on a creature to cast sleep.
Ooh. Let's find out.
I think it's creature rather than humanoid.
Think you're right.
I think I tried to do it on a crab, but it didn't work. So I don't know whether it didn't work because the crab was hardy or because crabs don't do it. I'm also using a bonus action to Bardic Inspire Noggin. Noggin, I don't know how we're going to end this, but I'm sure that somehow we will take the skills of a dentist.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Short but sweet.
So inspired.
And it's not sarcastic. It's also not sarcastic. She actually kind of just went, that makes sense.
Yeah. This thing must have a lot of teeth. It's got all those.
Scales are faintly shiny. You just want to rip its skin off. I'm
Yeah.
not sure which bit of Noggin's history it's going to appeal to.
All of it.
Yeah. Can I make snake ladies, snake women, snake things sleep?
I'm going to allow it.
So that's. Is it 5d8?
It's 5d8.
5d8. Is it just plain 5d8?
It's just plain 5d8.
23. I don't think it's going to make us sleep.
So I
I
need
wouldn't need
to.
make you sleep.
I think it's just equal to HP. I don't think
It
it's a
is.
saving throw or anything.
It's not
It's not enough.
effective in ascending order of their current hit points.
I have deliberately made sure that I'm closer to her than the others. I don't know if I'm out of range of them though.
You can aim it so
I'm
that
aiming at
there
her.
is it's a creature within 20 feet of a point that you choose,
Okay, well then
and all creatures within that
yeah.
are affected.
Is there a point
Yes.
that is 20 feet from her?
Yes.
And further away from the others?
Yes.
I aim
you
it
can
there.
you can aim it so that it doesn't hit anyone else.
Cool.
So it dropped. Oh, if you want to, you can roll more d8. You can cast it at a higher level if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm gonna imagine I didn't hear you start to say anything, because actually, yeah, because it looked really hardy. So if I cast it at what second? Would that be at
It
second
would
level?
cost you one. Yeah, it would cost you one more spell point,
Sure.
and you can roll an additional 2d8.
2d8. That's 28. Didn't roll very well.
It is not affected by your sleep spell. It hits it, and it gets a bit groggy. It shakes it off, and it's angry, and now it knows there's a magic user.
Oh, fuck.
However, it is Hola's turn.
Okay. Is it possible that in that those few seconds of it being groggy and shaking it off, then I could strike and get a little bonus to a little shot and a little. I don't know why I can't cockney, but
Get a little bonus.
yeah. I don't know what I'm trying to charge.
Cheeky little strike.
Cheeky little, cheeky little pattern, maybe? Don't know. That Gav, how about it? Nah?
Sure.
Alright, here we go.
You need all the help you can get.
That I do. Right, here we go. One more in. One more rolling. I'm stuck here. I just can't get out of it now.
Roll advantage.
Okay.
Just roll an attack with advantage.
Attack with advantage. Okay. 11 and. God damn it. 11.
Neither of those hit.
Fuck. Okay, fine.
Sorry.
Well, that was fun.
Is it hers?
It
Or is it-
is her turn. She looks around the room. She looks at the person in front of her and knows that this person could not have cast any form of magic at her.
Offended.
I cast offended.
Yeah, successfully. And she turns and looks around the room and spots Relora. You were looking at her, so she sees you. I want you
Yeah,
to roll
I
a
didn't know.
Constitution saving throw.
Come on. 19.
You succeed. And it stays where it is. She's angry, but she's going to stay where she is and do some more fighting. She has nowhere to go and nothing to lose. Noggin.
Okay, I'm gonna try and shoot it again. Come on. Oh, do I need stealth again?
No, you're still hidden to it.
Still hidden. We're all good. Come on. 15?
That hits.
Yes.
Sneak attack as well.
So, yeah, that's one. 5, 6, 11, 14.
14.
Oh no,
Just dishing
16.
it out.
16 piercing damage. 16. Do some quick maths. Yeah, that hits. It slams into the side of her arm.
Is Noggin doing that dance?
Yes, Noggin is.
And
Still got that tune in my head.
Noggin's just so not phased.
she screams and hisses, and the snakes in her hair also hiss. Relora.
Right. I think I'm gonna have to try. Maybe let's go vicious mockery.
Uh-huh.
Not wise, but I don't want to get close enough to slash her with my rapier. So yeah, vicious mockery at her. What I say is, oh god. Yeah, again, she kind of goes weirdly threatening rather than mocking. I think when she gets a little bit too scared, she just kind of goes way too hard on it, and says, "You're gonna wish you'd gone to sleep when we're finished with you."
What's your spell DC? 14?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
Yes! It does very little damage because it's a cantrip. 2!
She doesn't. And yet another creature that sort of hears the noises but totally doesn't understand what you're saying.
Yeah. But the rough point gets across.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Is there anywhere I can position myself in the space where she'd have to crane her neck round to look at me because I didn't enjoy it when she looked at me the first time?
You would have to move into the room and to round.
And provoke an attack of.
No. It's basically in the centre, and you've come up the stairs on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
So Hola and the Medusa are right in the centre of the tower, and you can move anywhere you want around the circle of the thing, as long as it's about 30 feet away.
Okay.
So you can definitely move to the walls, to the flanks.
Cool. Yeah, I hug the wall, kind of in
Cool.
what looks to be the most uncomfortable position for her to look at.
Yeah. Sort of just like blind spot. Yeah. Like just to turn her whole top to get round.
Yeah.
It's awful. She might crick her back.
Oh, nasty. 1 point of damage.
Yeah, and 3 points of annoyance. Hola.
Yeah. What can I do? Let's see. I'm assuming I'm not raging anymore.
You have not done any damage,
Yeah.
but you have attacked.
I thought it was giving or taking damage to say raging.
You haven't given or received damage.
So I'm not raging anymore.
Yeah.
No, you would have to do it again.
Can I rage again? I thought you.
You can, but you only have 2 per.
Right, I have to go frenzy rage now, don't I? Because I get rage and frenzy rage, right?
Yeah, and if you do a frenzied rage, then you get a level of exhaustion.
Well, that was fun last time we tried it. So yeah, I'm gonna go frenzied rage.
Okay.
Yeah. Frenzied rage and reckless.
Okay.
Okay. So
You do you.
yep. That was 8. 15 at 19.
That hits.
It's excellent. I've just lost all sense of me there. 7 damage for that one.
Yep.
Okay. And dice. Right. 19.
That also hits.
Okay. 3.
Every little helps.
Hey.
Does that mean done? Because maybe get a third. I don't know, because we usually would let me have the 2 axes, but I get an extra attack as a bonus action. So a third attack, or how are we doing this?
So the third axe
Yeah.
is sort of lodged in her side from where you threw it at her earlier.
Yeah.
I will let you. I'll let you remove the axe
Yeah.
as an attack
Okay, fine.
and deal some damage, but it won't be your normal damage die
Sure.
if it hits.
How do you want to modify it?
Let's see whether you succeed
Okay, sure.
first.
Advantage?
No.
4.
No. Sorry.
That was fun.
That's great.
At which point it becomes her turn.
Uh-huh.
And Jesus. You've done damage now. That's fine. She attacks you again with the snake hair and also with her short sword, which is in front of her. So she just reaches out. Does a 12 hit you?
No, it doesn't.
Does a 19 hit you?
Yeah, it does.
She hits you with your short sword for 5 piercing damage.
Okay, I can live with that. Brought the pencil.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
That is the end of the turn. And Noggin, you are. It's your turn. You are on the staircase,
Yes.
and what you do here
Uh-huh.
is you hear the sound of a few pairs of footsteps moving quite fast and with purpose, to, like from behind, like as if they're coming along the dock towards the doorway.
Oh.
You roll insight.
6.
They sound like human footsteps. They sound like they are wearing armor. You're pretty sure these are people you know.
Okay.
You think you may have reinforcements coming.
Good. Think we need them.
It's still your turn.
I've got this tinker thing, and it says I can have a clockwork toy, but I need to make it, right? Or can I just have one? Pre-made. In the shape of a snake.
It's very specific. Explain to me why you would have had it. Why would you have made a clockwork snake toy?
Because
Prior
I
to
think
this.
that snakes are really cool.
She's been collecting a lot of teeth.
Yeah, and
if you
snakes-
made a daisy chain out of teeth, it would start looking a bit like a
Yeah.
kind of snake toy.
Because like that's
That's
the
Relora's.
scales made out of little teeth. And then of course you get some nice incisors. Put that in the front. Like snake teeth, I think are super cool because they're like hollow with the poison as well.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh,
Is this to persuade you?
yeah, this is.
11.
Yeah, you've got one.
Way!
Hey!
Well, I would like to shoot it as well. But
Hour 29 is the cabin fever hour.
shoot it as well, but I can use fast hands to use an item. So then I'll use that and I'll send it off, and hopefully that will distract.
Sure.
I don't know. Want to do something other than just shoot it. So, do I need to roll a stealth?
No, I'm gonna say like she's got enough going on. She's in combat with Hola.
So she wouldn't notice me put a thing out.
No, she
Set
didn't
it
really
going.
notice. Like she didn't really notice when she got hit by the crossbow bolt. So, like she's not spotted you.
Okay, that's good. That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
3, 8, 13. 13, 15.
15 points of piercing damage.
And a little hissy snake.
Yeah, she looks really angry. You see, this crossbow bolt has gone in deeper, and you do start to see this sort of kind of vile, greeny, purpley, like thick blood sort of out of her. Yeah, she's looking pretty messed up, but she's still very much standing and very angry. Laura.
She's sufficiently snake-like to not count as humanoid, I'm guessing.
Correct.
Okay. Yep, that buffs that plan. I know that I can't get her to go to sleep. Vicious Mockery doesn't give me enough, so I think I'm gonna have to.
Roll me an insight.
Okay.
No, roll me an.
Insight, I'm happy with.
Yeah, okay, roll me an insight.
22.
So you've now used sleep twice, and both times it's not succeeded. It's not succeeded because not because the creature was immune, because you've seen it have an effect on it.
So
the impression you get is that
am I
it wasn't
able-
quite powerful enough a spell
Is-
attempt, and that you might, if you tried again now, given that she's a bit
Would it be
more-
additional to what I've done before, or would I just have to cast it again at a high level and hope that I got a stronger result?
basically sleep works that
Is it cumulative?
no, it's not cumulative, but you have to roll more than the number of hit points
Current
that
hit
current
points.
current has.
Okay, sleep again. So 5, right?
5d8.
Okay. 9, 12. Oh, Jesus! 12. 22. So I'm just.
Not quite enough. Oh man.
Yeah, she wasn't casting it at the higher level, but I don't think she should cast it.
How many
She should now cast it at higher level.
how many spell points have you got left?
Tons. One more? How many more?
You get 2 more d8 if you do it.
2 more. That's 30.
That is exactly the right number. The eyes in her head roll back, and she drops like bang into this deep,
It's moments like these that make a session.
deep sleep. You do, however,
Oh,
know.
and this is also the noise that she makes when it happens. It's just this kind of, oh my god! Oh god! Oh.
You are aware that this spell only lasts for 1 minute.
I tell these guys this spell only lasts for 1 minute.
Can I immediately behead the thing?
You can make an attack roll against her.
Okay.
You can do so with advantage
Alright.
because she is prone on the floor. Doing damage will wake her up.
So, well, I got advantage.
So if you are
You
going
better
to
do sufficient, like.
if you are going to attack, now is a good time to make sure that everyone attacks.
Count.
Okay.
It's cool.
Can I join in with this?
Yeah. You can attack. You can shank her with a knife. Or you can take. Yeah.
Cool.
You're still raging.
Yeah, so 13.
I short sword it.
That's attack roll.
Is that with advantage?
Yeah.
What?
Advantage.
I thought I only saw you do it once.
I only saw you roll it
2
once.
rolls.
16.
Oh, well then, sure thing. I'll just roll again.
You did roll.
Yeah? Cool.
I'm sure chat will tell us.
Was that 18?
Yeah.
22.
You hit.
Sorry,
You
I
hit.
genuinely.
You hit the sleeping prone target in front of you, as opposed to missing it. Do damage. What did you roll?
16.
That also hits. You do damage as well.
I don't get
At the
sneak
same
attack
time,
yet,
how
do
much
I?
damage are you going to do? Fingers crossed. You know how much you've got to do.
Yeah.
You get sneak attack. She's
Thank
very much
you.
not aware that you're there, and I'm like
5.
fudging the rules.
Can I, because I'm raging, can I attack again?
Yeah.
8, 9, 10.
I'm just standing back while this
12.
maelstrom of like pummeling and slashing is going on.
15.
That hits.
That hits. Oh,
12
no,
damage.
I'll do
12 damage. You
Are we
did
allowed
5
to-
damage. Yes.
Are we allowed
7.
to go again?
13, 12 in
Is
total.
this what's happening?
But
You did
I mean, she
12 in
must have
total.
woken up, but
across
like,
both hits.
Yeah.
So another
into
7
an
damage. Yeah.
axe.
Yeah, yeah.
She wakes up. She is not dead. She's very bloodied. But she is not dead.
Is it
I
Noggins' turn?
run at her with my rapier.
Cool. Roll an attack.
That is a 24.
That hits.
And so that's a D. Come on. 8.
That kills her. How do you want to do it?
Yes. Relora is so relieved that she's had a combat where basically she stood at a distance, did some stuff, people came in, and then
stole all the
she
XP.
yeah, she basically just came along. She does it as it's a weird thing because she's trying to do it nonchalantly, but she's on such high adrenaline. So it's like those people who are trying to walk across a road but are kind of slightly jogging because they think a car's coming. It's that weird body language of you're not quite sure what's going through their mind. But yeah, and it's just straight into the head. And then just like whipping it out and like catching it.
Wonderful. With that, she's and the tongue lolls, the sort of serpentine tongue lolls out the side of the mouth, and blood just seeps slowly across the floor.
Can I chop the tongue off and keep it in my pocket?
Sure.
Thanks.
So that takes us out of combat. You find yourselves in the centre of this room with a dead Medusa
I want to ask him what happened. Carla, what happened? We
I'm,
just ran in on. What? Why were you fighting her?
We had a disagreement.
Right.
What kind of disagreement?
Well, I said hi to her, and she thought I swore at her because we spoke different languages. And understandably, because she's a bit racist, she wouldn't give me the benefit of the doubt. So she said, she just was a bit mean. So I tried to kill her.
Fair enough.
So you now look around the
Okay.
room that you found yourself in, and the stairway that you came up. There's a gap, and then another one continues up and above. And as you look out of it, you can see sky, sort of bright sunlight above, as if it goes out to the roof. At the far end of the room is a large stone throne, which was what she was sat on when you came into the room. And just next to that is this strange sort of mechanism, which kind of looks like sort of a series of cogs, and there's a bit of chain on it and things like that.
Yeah.
Roll investigation.
I mean, I've got this tinker thing. Would that help?
Oh yeah,
us
your
all with
little
that?
snake, your little like
I'm
weird
good with little things.
teeth snake
Mechanics.
thing is like like it's got a mind of its own across the
Yeah.
ground.
17.
Cool. Yeah.
14.
I got a non-natural 20.
Cool. You are all pretty certain that this has something to do with the gate. It's looking pretty rusty. It looks pretty stiff. But you are certainly, Relora, you're pretty certain that this is still usable. It's not broken. It's not been smashed. It does look like it's going to require some force in order to turn the crank that allows it to open. What do you do?
I relay that to the other two. I say I'm sure as hell not strong enough for that kind of job.
I say,
Looking at Chola.
Yeah.
tell me what to do, I'll do it.
Okay, but I'd be careful that you're not use increasing force just so you don't immediately break it off the wall or anything. Just
Am I rolling with disadvantage now?
oh, you've got a level of exhaustion. You've got
Yeah.
exhaustion.
Right, okay, well, that'll be fine. We'll do
Only
this.
one though.
Yeah.
You need a long rest to get rid of it, but
Okay, cool.
yeah, you are now at disadvantage.
Yes, I'll be cautious and I'll use increasing force. Be careful with it. So yeah, strength check.
Please roll me a strength check. Yes.
Oh.
The first roll was really good. It was a really good first roll.
So I got a critical failure.
Oh.
But with my strength dice +3, so it's a 4.
So what happens is you sort of set yourself against it, and it's got like spokes coming out, and you get ready, and you push, and you heave, and then you're like, I think I could do it, and then you push slightly too hard with the shoulder that nearly got dislocated earlier.
Yeah.
And you've just like there's a shooting pain across your chest, and you're not 100%, but you're pretty sure that you just dislocated it.
Okay.
We can wait. We've got reinforcements. I heard some boots coming up the stairs.
What
maybe.
reinforcements?
At
One
that
of them can
point,
come.
there is the sound of
Did not hear anything.
2 sets of boots coming up the stairs behind you, and they rush in and they go, "What's happening? Ormond said we had to get here as quickly as we could." And you see 2 of the Marines from the ship just wearing light armor, carrying crossbows. They've obviously been sent, they weren't expecting this, they've just been sent down from the ship, crossbows ready and loaded to just attack anything. They look down at the thing dead in the floor, and they're like,
It's fine. I technically dispatched of it, but Holla needs.
I need drugs.
Holla needs
Need
a
all the
doctor.
drugs.
Do you think you can? Can you walk? Are you too exhausted? Do we need him to come to you?
I can slug my way on, but I don't think I'd be much use in a fight.
Go have a nap.
Yeah, maybe.
You need to rest. You've had a lot thrown at you today.
How good are we ration-wise?
I've got 3 days of rations. How are you guys to stand guard?
The ship is not fully stocked and supplied, but it took, when they reached the Black Cove, various members of the ship, including Michael Salmon, who's the chef, they went out and they procured a few bits and pieces, and they've restocked the hold a little bit. So the ship has plenty of stuff on board. These two guys, they clock this mechanism and they're like, "Is this what we're looking for? Is that going to open the?"
We think so.
Cool. Have you tried it?
None of us are strong
we
enough.
haven't, so if you want
It
to have
needs
a go.
strength.
So
You're Marines.
one of them, the human who's been doing the talking so far, is like just a sort of, he's wearing a red shirt, and you don't really recognise. He's got one of those faces.
Yeah, one of those faces. That guy.
And you're like, oh, it's
thingy.
it's,
Tip of my tongue.
Bill, and he's like, Charles.
Totally
Um,
extraordinary.
Charlie.
Next to him is the other guy who's arrived is a slightly stockier, smaller beard.
He's just a smaller, stockier beard.
That's all he is. And
This is a strange fantasy land.
It's all real, Connor. It's all real. You're not crazy.
he's like, don't worry about this. He's also northern because he's a dwarf. And he walks over to the thing with his companion, and the two of them lean on it. As he walks over, he's just looking at you like, don't worry, I've got this. You'll be fine. He's like 3 foot, 3.5 foot, 4 foot tall. Like he's literally half your height,
Yeah.
and he's about to embarrass you in front of people. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So they both push on the thing, and it. And as it breaks and cracks, it starts to move, and the movement becomes easier as they move it, and you hear this creaking and this sound of metal and stone, and there's something is winding up as they continue to do it. Yeah, it stays moving until they've done it all the way up, and they go, well, that's as far as it can go. What's happened? We better go outside and check to see what's happened to the gate.
Good. I do at least.
I want to take
Yeah, I
some of
wanna
the heads
go.
from the snake and take some of the teeth as well. And pick up my little toy snake.
I want to
Some
get away
snake's
from this
teeth.
corpse.
Some snake's teeth.
Okay.
I think not gonna have a
Oh,
problem.
like one of the, from the hair, the little snakes. I want to take a head, and I want to be able to put that on my
Take
little
1
toy
minute.
snake.
You manage to retrieve one snake's tooth. And a couple of the heads, but like the heads themselves are still a little bit bitey. So yeah, you don't really want to take too many of them. As you two, is it 1 minute?
Yeah.
As you two wander down the stairs and head outside, you see now that one half of the gate is open. It has opened up against the flow of the water and gone halfway. But as you stand there watching it, you see that the power of the water flowing down the pass pushes against it. And over the course of about 30 seconds, the gate and it's back shut again.
Right.
And that's where we're going to hold it.
Oh. Thank you, stream. Yes, as always, twitch.tv/Adventurers Wanted, @Adventurers Wanted for the live tweeting, or you can always come and play or come and watch right here at Sweet Holyrood. And this is Vatchel's chance for a cheeky plug.
Yes. So we're doing a play called Open Heart Surgery, which is at 6:15 every night until the 13th here in Holyrood in suite number 2. It's about a conservative therapist dealing with her first gay couple, and it's about typical relationship problems and what it means to love someone. Yeah, Yeah.
Cool. Thank you very much. We're going to do one of our little 10-minute turnarounds, and then we will be back with everyone.
Bye, stream. Thank you.